got a song. You've got a song. We've all got a song to sing. Hi there, this is the Fresh Toones Show. My name is Dave Paltz, and today's show is called Countdown to November. As we see thousands, tens of thousands of people on the streets protesting for Black Lives Matters and equal justice for everyone, I think it's about time that we start thinking now about the next election in November, not 2 weeks before the election when all this junk comes out and can't be disputed until after the election. We all know about the October surprises, and way too often those things affect our elections, and they certainly did in 2016, beyond anyone's belief that these last-minute surprises could affect our future. To start out today's show, I'm going to start out with a new song of mine called 1984-2024, and what we might be looking at if we don't get this next election right. 1984, 2024. We've been there before. I thought we'd close that door, but George Orwell said it well. Without love, we'll live in our own hell. In our own hell. 1984, 2024. We must find a cure for mine and yours, 'cause George Orwell said it well. Without love, we'll live in our own hell. In our own hell. So find some way to live today in the love you want to be. Without love, we'll live in our own hell. In our own hell. 1984, 2024. We can beat the odds, stand up and share our love, 'cause George Orwell said it well. Without love, we'll live in our own hell. In our own hell. 1984, 2024. Let us clean the slate and give our love away, 'cause George Orwell said it well. Without love, we'll live in our own hell. In our own hell. So find some way to live today in the love you want to be. Well, I think we made a grand mistake in 2016 for not better evaluating the character of Donald Trump, taking a lot of his promises like, well, what do you got to lose? Elect me. I know you don't like the other candidate, so I can do the job, but you don't need to look at my tax returns. I really like to get them out to you, but I'm being audited, so I can't release those, and I'll do that later. And now the word is, well, the people didn't really care about it. They still voted for me without seeing it, so there's no need to release those tax returns. I guess it amazes me how much 35-40% of Americans will take this guy's word for it. And now we have a bill to pay for that failure. And what we're paying for is the abuse of power that we've allowed to go on and just the mistreatment of so many people. And now we have this big bill to pay, which leads me into this next song of mine called Until the Bill Comes Due. reliving the past with leaders who have no class. The thing we're all just fools until the bill comes due. Until the bill comes due. He spent our money, grew the debt, stored evilness in his cabinet. Said, believe me, I love you, until the bill comes due. The people, they rose up from the deluge of his lies to tell him enough's enough. And now your bills come due. And now your bills come due. Now there are some who sing his praise. No innocence can they claim. May deny they ever knew a thing on the day the bill came due. On the day the bill came due. On the day the bill came due. Well, let's hope we can correct things and not have such a big bill to pay after the next election. Not too long ago, I put some new words to a cover of a Bob Dylan song. I threw it all the way, and I changed the title and what the song was about. It's called We Threw It All Away. We once held her in our hands. We thought she would always stay. But we were fools, we forgot her rules. We threw it all away. Once we had statues that opened their arms, that held up the light of freedom. We must have been mad, we never knew what we had until we threw it all away. Love is all there is, it makes the world go round. Love and only love, it can't be denied. No matter what you think about it, you just won't be able to do without it. Take a tip from those who've tried. So if we find ourselves in the fight for liberty, take it to your heart, don't let it stray. For one thing that's certain, you'll surely be hurtin' if we throw it all away. If we throw it all away. Well, as more people raise their voices, come out and protest, and tell this president just how they feel, I'm more hopeful than ever that we won't throw it all away. Over these past 3.5 years, we've heard some pretty crazy things coming out of the White House. One of the strangest quotes from Kellyanne Conway, although she's had a number of them, she was disciplining the media for paying too much attention to Donald Trump's words when they should really listen to his heart. Now, if that's not crazy, I don't know what is. I wrote this song kind of in reference to some of these crazy things that were coming out. It's called Words Can Say a Lot. And there's a music video of it up on YouTube. You should check it out. I think it's under the title Trump Swamp. But this song is called Words Can Say a Lot.
On this, and he's telling you what was in his heart. You always want to go by what's come out of his mouth rather than what was in his heart. What was in his heart? What was in his heart?
He came riding on a white horse, and its name was Trojan. He came bearing hidden gifts and squeezed forth when his hair would lift. The putrid droppings landed where they thought, right on the people's heads. Some ran screaming with fright, and some bathed in delight. With the filth that horse did foster, some good people were accosted. The king, he never blinked, 'cause he rarely would ever think. Because
and I did too, because I was getting killed in the press.
He knew it all.
I know more about ISIS.
He was a winner.
Than the generals.
Could
Believe
never
me.
fall.
Believe me. Believe me.
But he did
Believe me.
not look around enough, 'cause the people finally did dig out from all the crap he handed them. They found their footing once again, and they took a breath. They found their minds, vowed to never let their anger do more harm. To know that words can say a lot, we can't ignore them and say so what. And the people rose, they said no more. The king, he fought, but then he lost, 'cause the people had found their anger had come back around, and the evil they despised, in his words filled with lies that once blinded their eyes until they opened them wide. And they took a breath, they found their minds, vowed to never let their anger do more harm. To know that words can say a lot, we can't ignore them and say so what. This is the Fresh Toones Show, and our theme today is called Countdown to November. I've been playing some songs to stimulate our motivation to get involved for the next election, not to wait until October before we start thinking about it. With so many people coming out and protesting in support of Black Lives Matters, it might well be a moment for us to see a step forward in our evolution. And this next fresh tune that I'm going to play for you is called It's Time for an Evolution. It's time for an evolution, time to crawl out from the sea, to come out and see the sunlight, to shed the weight of hate and greed. It's time to use our heads now, to stop living in the same, to shift our gaze ahead now, to heed the living, not the dead. 'Cause it's time for an evolution. It's time to move ahead. Stand up and be strong now. Leave behind what you know is wrong. We may stumble, trip and fall some. With every step the child grows. It's time for an evolution, to use our voice to make the call, to stand upright and be confident, to take the step to lead the way. 'Cause it's time for an evolution. It's time to move ahead. 'Cause it's time for an evolution. Time to push for better days, to lift our eyes and see what can be, not what they say will always be. Let us reach for evolution, for the birth of something more. Rising high with every effort, we know our love, we hold the key. 'Cause it's time for evolution. It's time to move ahead. Yeah, it's time for an evolution. It's time to move ahead. This is a song I wrote in the spirit of Woody Guthrie and Pete Seeger. This song is called Not in This Dear Old Country of Ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. Not gonna let it happen tonight. Not in this dear old country of ours. They think that they can do what they do, but they had better think it through. 'Cause not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. Big egos might think they can do whatever they want to do, but we've got some real news in this dear country that just won't do. 'Cause not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. Not gonna let it happen tonight. Not in this dear old country of ours. They think that they can do what they do, but they had better think it through. 'Cause not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. They think they'll go real far, but not in this dear old country of ours. We've got something you had better hear, so take those fingers right out of your ears. Say, not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. Not gonna let it happen tonight. Not in this dear old country of ours. They think that they can do what they do, but they had better think it through. 'Cause not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. They smile and shake our hands, eat corn dogs, bagels, even koshered ham. But when it comes time to vote for the folks, they say, did you really believe it? It was all a joke. 'Cause Not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. Not gonna let it happen tonight. Not in this dear old country of ours. They think they can do what they do, but they had better think it through one more time now. Not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. Not gonna let it happen tonight. Not in this dear old country of ours. They think that they can do what they do, but they had better think it through. Well, the next fresh tune that I'm going to share with you certainly relates to what we see going on in the streets of America today. A lot of folks are holding the sign up or have t-shirts that say, "I can't breathe." And this song was written after the murder of Eric Gardner. It might have been one of the first videos where we saw somebody actually murdered by the police as they struggle to breathe. And it's called "If There's a Will, There's a Way." And it starts out, "America can't breathe if we refuse to see the things we need to change today." America can't breathe if we refuse to see the things we need to change today. We've worked through harder things, some say this one's too big. There's a will, there is a way. So lift up your eyes now, stand up and say, well, she's not perfect and neither am I. We've got to work together if we want to survive. We've got to use our heads and figure it out and be brave enough to look at ourselves. 'Cause America can't breathe if we refuse to see the things we need to change today. We've worked through harder things, some say this one's too big. But there's a will, there is a way. We've got to lift up our eyes now, stand up and say, well, she's not perfect and neither am I. We've got to work together if we want to survive. We've got to use our heads and figure it out. Be brave enough to look at ourselves. America can't breathe if we refuse to see the things we need to change today. We've worked through harder things, some say this one's too big. But if there's a will, there is a way. 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 Well, to finish up today's show with the theme of Countdown to November, I'm going to finish up the show with an upbeat song to get us pumped up and to keep that November election in mind so we can bring things back to a better place. It's called Stand Up and Be Your Love. There's just no way, so they say. Just close your eyes and close your mind. Say that's okay. Well, it's not. It's not okay. It may take some work. It may take some ways to bring about some changes to gain a equal justice, and to be sure that your children are fed. It's only right to raise our voices. What's killing us are the things left unsaid. Stand up, speak up, rise up and be your love. To bring about some changes, to gain a little justice, to try and make things fair in this world. It's only fair to have equal justice, and to be sure that the children are fed. It's only right to raise our voices. What's killing us are the things left unsaid.